Hey there gamers, it's time for my latest in a long series of top 10 videos. This time we're doing the top 10 video game characters ever, of all time. That includes the future. Now, I've dedicated my life to this research, and sorry, I don't make the rules, but this is the objective, factual, definitive list of the best characters to ever exist in a video game. Which is of course definitely a thing you can quantify and score, not an easy clickbait tactic that channels use because people are arguing with the list in the comments is great engagement for the algorithm.
How am I supposed to know what to do? I'm only a stuffed panda.
Number 10. Mara. Ghost of a Tale is a stealth adventure game with the fairly common story premise of an evil king stole my lover, I've gotta get her back. But what sets Mara apart is that she's a political prisoner. She has strong principles and she took a stand. You see, Tilo and Mara are mice and traveling minstrels. Spitefully, the Rat King commanded them to perform The Poisoned Cup, a song that frames mice as traitorous schemers. The mice had sworn to hold the pass, vowed till their allies could amass. They would not waver from the fight, but courage failed them at the last. Now, Tilo pleaded with Mara to swallow her pride and just sing it, saying, "You need not mean it." Nonetheless, she stood her ground, and the maiden wouldn't sing. So, yeah, you never actually get to meet Mara in the game, but you gotta respect the hell out of her. I don't think I'd have the guts, personally, to do the same. Number 9. Death. Okay, Death is one of the most important characters in the history of gaming, and I am sick of him not getting the credit he deserves. You, idiot player, were about to ruin everything. You were going to completely fail to appreciate the video game masterpiece before you, wasting your parents' hard-earned cash. But he's like,
"Don't worry, bro, I got you."
And he takes away all of your powers and equipment. You're mad at first, but his tone is reassuring.
"Listen, bro, there's this thing called a Metroidvania. You don't know what that means yet, but you're gonna love it. Just trust me, bro. I'll check back in with you later to see how you're doing. Have fun, bro."
What a dude. Just looking out for us. We need more people like him. Good old Death.
Bro.
Number 8. Shinji. This glorious motherfucker shows up buck-ass naked all over Paradise Killer. He's got 4 arms, but instead of using any of them to cover himself, he's flipping you off in English and, English. What a champ.
You ever think about how messed up this is?
All the time.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. I haven't even presented the theme of the conversation.
He's also basically the only character that is both aware of and cares about how utterly fucked up society is in this game.
You guys are the bad guys.
What do you mean?
The Syndicate worship dying gods that want to rule the world and drown it in a sea of war and blood.
I don't see how that makes us the bad guys.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't. We're all heroes in our own minds, right?
This world runs on oceans of mortal blood and is powered by gods, and yet it's the demon that gets to take the moral high ground. Before long, you'll be actively hunting him across the city like a Korok, just to get one more taste of great conversation in a world where everyone else is probably a murderer, hates you, or both.
That's the spirit. Screw the murdered council, as long as you're getting yours, eh?
Oh, and this is how he finishes conversations.
How's your day going, Love Dice? Having a good time? Having a blast?
There's another one right behind him. The distance. Honestly, this guy's all the game needed to be great. The whole vaporwave murder mystery thing is just icing at that point. Number 7. Fart Muncher. Okay, y'all are assholes. That's really all there is to it. My boy Fart Muncher was put on the spot by Yuna, who is his friend, but also basically his boss. He just wanted to cheer her up. And there was big, "we're all friends here, no one's going to make fun of you" energy. He was working up the courage, made himself vulnerable, and then really went for it. And y'all have been making fun of him for 20 years now. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. No, I get it. We're all so irony poisoned at this point that any examples of emotion sincerity are now considered cringe. Well, fuck that. I'm sick of getting my yums yucked on. This is the most heartwarming and memorable scene in any Final Fantasy ever made. Period. Fight me. What? The laugh sounds fake? That's because it is a fake laugh. In context. Did you think the voice actors didn't know what laughing sounds like or something? They literally do a normal laugh immediately after that part of the scene. This isn't a case of English voice actors ruining the original Japanese vision, either. What the hell do you mean it's pronounced Titus? See, even the Joker stands fart muncher. Number 6. Krieg. You remember Krieg, right? The Rat Man from Zenith? Being true gamers, we of course have all played the 2016 classic, Zenith. I don't even have to describe him to you since we all remember him so well. You did play Zenith, right? Now, this is important. This video's for true gamers only, so if you aren't one, you can't be in here. What? You don't even know what Zenith is? You're unworthy. Quick, blur the video. That's right, we're just gonna watch this without you. What a great scene. Funny, action-packed, even heartwarming. This is great stuff. Truly the best gaming has to offer. Sure, the developer complimented my voice acting. I'm not biased. Excuse me, I was given the IDGAF Most Ethics and Games Journalism Award. I would never play favorites. Who do you think I am? Number 5. My Garris body pillow. Oh yeah, baby. Finally, there's a video game character you can touch.
If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
Sure, he's a cop, and that's kind of a bummer, but I'm sure this alien bird thing will be singing a different tune once we're in the middle of some calibrations.
Some women find facial scars attractive. Mind you, most of those women are Krogan.
Number 4. Blinx. World B1Q64 was faced with a true calamity. The dreaded Tom Tom gang was stealing away the planet's time. Literally. Thankfully, the incredibly famous, iconic, and memorable hero, Blinx the Time Sweeper, was there to save the day with his time vacuum. With his formidable power over time itself, he sent those little piggies going wee 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 all the way to hell. Having saved the world, along with Princess Lena, Blinx went on to take on more of a mentor role, guiding young time sweepers on their journey to grasp at even a fraction of the glory he himself had once achieved. This, opened up his free time a bit. So, he started a gimmick Twitter account. Blinx now runs a rather famous account called Poorly Aged Things, which just posts images that basically own themselves by clearly being incorrect declarations of the future. The premise is simple, funny, and kind of addictive. But here's where things get weird. Blinx is a time traveler, remember? At some point in the future, he's going to retire the account. No one knows why. Maybe Twitter shuts down. Hell, maybe the world comes to an end. It could be anything. All we know is that he then travels back in time to start a second account. Context for Poorly Aged Things. Okay, sure. Another simple premise. The original posts were just images, so maybe he lost confidence in his original message over the years and thought he should explain them a bit. But what is he not telling us? What brought the end of the original timeline? Why won't he warn us? Wait, context for Poorly Aged Things? He came back again? Is this the end of humanity? Is there nowhere else for him to go? Making context for Poorly Aged Things smile? Oh, that's kind of sweet. Wait, but that's himself. Thanking context for Poorly Aged Things. Charming thanking context for Poorly Aged Things. Complimenting charming thanking context for Poorly Aged Things. Was this the last time he was ever happy? Politically biased context for Poorly Aged Things. Poorly made context for Poorly Aged Things. How many times has he repeated this loop? Irrelevant context for Poorly Aged Things. Poor predictions for poorly aged things. Lonely context for poorly aged things. Oh no. You know, I'm beginning to agree with the people that say immortality is a prison. Number 3. I don't know, someone from Undertale, probably. Let's just give it to a dog. I like dogs. Wait, where'd he go? He's got a knife! Okay, well, they've achieved weapons technology, but at least we're still much larger than them? Oh god, they're jacked. They're just petting each other now. They don't even need us anymore. That dog's a bomb! Number 2, Bird Guy. There's some random side quest in Kingdom Come Deliverance where you need to catch a bird that sounds like... And this dude will just straight up perform the call for you.
I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses?
Even better, he'll just repeat it as many times as you like.
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
How considerate.
Yes, I'll remember.
What was his name again? Number 1, Greg. Alright guys, Greg is fucking perfect. Greg says trans rights. Greg says ACAB, be gay, do crimes. Let's smash lights and get in a knife fight. Greg rules, okay? Explore a haunted house, go on an adventure, play in a band, open up to each other over a gut-wrenching conversation. He's your best friend, and you feel that shit. You could do this every day. And you probably will. Except, number 1, B. Fuck Greg. I mean, I would kill for him, but fuck him. We all know why you keep choosing Greg. You hang out with Greg because it's easy. Because you always do what's easy. That's why you're back in your hometown and living with your parents. They're happy to see you now, but how long is that gonna last? How long is it going to be before they start to wonder whether they messed you up? And Greg has Angus. They've got their shit figured out and they're leaving. They're leaving you. Life is moving on without you. Don't you want to accomplish the bare minimum of at least dying somewhere else? When are you gonna grow the fuck up? You can't keep taking the easy way out. You're older now and you're going to keep getting older. Your mistakes aren't going away just because you ignore them. When are you going to call Beatrice? Don't you lie to me. You don't call B because it's hard, and you don't do hard. You'd rather drift apart because stopping that would mean you'd have to own up to what you've done and who you are. In fact, B represents every single person that you've ever lost because you couldn't bring yourself to have one more hard conversation. Number 1, Greg. Ha! He's got cups on his ears. Look at him go! I've got so tired of discussing my future. I've started avoiding the people I love. Evenings of silence and mornings of nausea. Shake and sweat and I can't throw up.